Hi, everybody. I'm Pratibha Agarwal. I'm an immigration attorney. I'm based outside of Washington, D.C. in Arlington, Virginia. My clients, however, are all throughout the United States. So if you have immigration questions, if you're thinking about working with an immigration attorney, feel free to call us or feel free to put your questions on here if you have kind of one-off questions. I'm here to do kind of an immigration Q&A and answer all of your immigration questions. So go ahead and put it in the chat here. If you've never joined me before, please say hello. Tell me where you are watching from, and don't hesitate to put your question in, and I'm happy to answer it. No matter where you are in the US or abroad, we can help you with your immigration case, and that's because immigration is considered a federal practice. So no matter where you are, we can help you. We have our system completely set up. If you want to be 100% remote and you never want to come into the office, that is totally fine with us. Some people do want to come into the office. We just had some consultations in person today. Which is great. We're happy to have you. We are right outside of DC. You can definitely come and visit us, see our office, and meet me in person. Otherwise, we can, if it's too much, if you're far away and you want to have your consultation by Zoom, by video, or by phone. We did a few phone consultations today as well. We can definitely help you with that also. So it'll be very much like this. We will go through your situation, figure out what exactly your immigration goals are. Are you renewing? Do you want to change status? Do you want to bring somebody else into the US? And what's the best way to do that? Are there more than one options available? Is there more than one option available? What are the steps? What are the fees involved? We kind of go through all of that for you. And then we go through all of the different fees involved as well. So give us a call, and the most important thing, if there's some kind of complication in your case that maybe you didn't think of, that would require something additional, like a waiver, for example, for a request for forgiveness, or an argument that the government should exercise their discretion, meaning, use their authority to approve your case, and there are certain arguments to be made based on that. We can talk to you about that and talk to you about what that would involve. Okay, so give us a call if you would like to have a consultation about your immigration case. If you know people that need immigration assistance, that would like to reach out to us or ask that one question, just let them know that we are, that I'm live here right now. I'm an immigration lawyer. Someone is asking what's going on here. I'm an immigration lawyer, and I'm here to answer your questions. My name is Pratibha Agarwal, and you can follow us at Agarwal Immigration. Website is agarwalimmigration.com, or you can like us on Facebook as well. Where our handle on both TikTok and Facebook, where we're streaming live right now, is Agarwal Immigration on both platforms. I'm going to start off with a question of the day, which comes up often in our practice, and it might help you, right? So it might help you. So I would love to give you information about immigration. So you're here, you probably want to learn about immigration, you probably have immigration questions. If you have friends or people you know that might benefit, please make sure to let them know that they can hop on and answer and ask some questions. Okay, again, my name is Pratibha Agarwal. All right, so the question that I want to start off with today, and some of you, I'm guessing, joined for that reason, to kind of get the answer to this question, right? So many people that come to us have entered the US illegally, right? They've entered the US illegally. So the question is, I've entered the US illegally. So I crossed the border illegally. Maybe I use someone else's passport or visa document to enter the US, and I want to get my green card now. Is it possible for me to do that without having to leave the US, right? Is it possible for me, if I entered illegally, to process a green card in the US without leaving? And the answer to that is it depends. It is absolutely possible if you're married to a US citizen or a green card holder and you are a victim of abuse in that marriage. So no matter how you entered, it doesn't matter if you entered legally, if you crossed the border illegally, if you're married to a US citizen or a green card holder that is saying hurtful things to you, that is refusing to help you apply for a green card, that is threatening to have you deported perhaps, right? So everyone's situation, everyone's difficult circumstance can vary. And many of our clients are able to apply even though they entered illegally because they're in this kind of abusive relationship with their US citizen or green card holder spouse. So if you or someone you know is in the situation, they can process that green card on their own without the help of their spouse. Okay, they can do it on their own without their help of their spouse, even if they entered illegally. Call us for a consultation, share this information with people you know that might benefit from this, but you can reach us at 703-348-1663. Again, 703-348-1663. All right, so I see a bunch of questions here. And I will definitely get to that. Okay, so there are some other situations, right? This is not the only situation. There are many situations where you can process your green card right here in the U.S., even if you entered illegally. Let's say you're not married to a U.S. citizen or a green card holder, but you're afraid of going back to your home country. You might qualify for what's called asylum. You can apply for that asylum application even if you entered illegally, right? Usually it's within 1 year you should apply, but if you don't, you might still be able to apply for asylum. And once you get asylum, you can then later, a year after you have asylum, apply for a green card, and you do not have to leave the US to do that. Okay, that's another way to get your green card without having to leave the US, even if you entered illegally. There are a couple other visa types as well that allow you to get a green card right here in the US without leaving, even if you entered illegally. One of them is if you are a victim of crime, right? If you're a victim of some kind of crime. And I'm going to use the example, this is not the only example, but I'm going to use the example of, let's say you were working at a convenience store and the store was robbed. You entered illegally, but now you call the police and you cooperated with them, right? You provided information on that person that was holding up that convenience store, and your name is in the report, perhaps, right? Maybe you haven't reported it yet, but now that you're watching me, you think, oh, hey, I can report that crime. I should not be afraid of being deported. You reporting that crime, you providing evidence to the police, can help you qualify for what's called a U visa, and that's for victims of crime. And because you're cooperating with the police, because you're reporting that crime, you can get status here in the US. And once you've had status here for a few years, you can apply for a green card. And so even if you entered illegally, you would qualify for status and you'd be able to get a green card right here in the US. Okay? All right, how about another situation here? This is another one. So let's say that you are here illegally. Let's say you entered illegally and you're working for an employer that is basically exploiting you, that is making you work for less than they promised you. They're paying you less than they pay workers that have status here, employment visas or green cards, or maybe they're citizens, right? Maybe you're getting paid less than them because you are out of status. You don't have papers here. Let's say they hold your passport. Let's say they threaten to deport you if you're going to report them, or if you ask to be paid fairly, they threaten to deport you. There could be different situations, right? You might qualify for what's called a T visa. So that is for people who have been trafficked, for labor trafficking. So you might qualify for that. Maybe they promised you a green card and you kept working. You felt like you had to stay in the job. You were scared you were going to get deported because you were depending on this employer, and they keep promising you a green card if you just do it a little bit longer. Okay, and you take that less pay, or you put in more effort, or you don't complain. So they kind of hold you there and they are promising you a green card. You might still be able to apply for status for a T visa, which will eventually lead to a green card. And even though you entered illegally, even though you've been out of status, you might be able to apply for and receive your green card based on this T visa just because of your experience at work. So there are many ways where you can apply for a green card and receive it without having to leave the US to process it. Okay? Give us a call if we can help you. We're at 703-348-1663. Again, 703-348-1663. All right, so I have so many questions here. Let me answer some of them and make sure you put your questions in. If you haven't joined me before, please say hello. I would love to chat with you guys about your immigration cases and answer your questions. If you've never met me before, my name is Pratibha Agarwal. I'm an immigration attorney, and I come on here fairly often to answer your immigration questions. So please go ahead and put them in. If you want to have a confidential consultation with our firm, call the number that you see. The phone number is 703-348-1663. If you haven't seen it, if you don't see it right now, it's 703-348-1663. We are located outside of Washington, D.C., but our clients are everywhere, all throughout the United States. Many of them are abroad as well, and we can help you with your immigration case. Okay? All right. Okay, let me answer some of these questions. Jay Hind, I like your username here. Hi, ma'am. Can you please tell me what is the Atlanta field office timeline for marriage-based green card cases? Okay, so what is the timeline for marriage-based green card cases is the question. So it doesn't really depend on the field office. If you're in the U.S., right? If you're in the U.S., the marriage-based process is usually about 1.5 years. So that means the person sponsoring and the person that is being sponsored, the foreign national, they're both in the US. It'll be about 1.5 years. But the good thing is you'll get work authorization much sooner, usually in about 6 months to 8 months. You'll get work authorization and travel authorization. So essentially, you'll be able to work and live in the US while that green card is being processed. So it's not that big of a pain. I know it is a pain. 1.5 years sounds like a really long time, but you can travel in and out of the country. You can work as soon as you receive those permissions. So hopefully it won't be as big of an inconvenience on your life. But if the person, let's say you're sponsoring, I just had a consultation today in this situation. We have a green card holder here in the US who just got married abroad in India, and he wanted to sponsor his wife. This is going to take about 2 years, right? This is going to take about 2 years. There's really no way to really speed this up. There's no expedite available right now for family-based green card options. So if you're in that situation, I would say just do it sooner, right? Just do it sooner rather than later. But if you have marriage-based green card questions, put them on here. I'm happy to answer them for you. If you want to call us confidentially, you can do that at 703-348-1663. Again, 703-348-1663. All right. Okay. Which year is the U visa file going on right now? All right. Which year is the U visa file going on right now? It is 2016, I believe, my friends. It's 2016. All right. I think those are the questions on here. Okay. So here's some facts about, people have been asking about green cards. So here's some facts about what being a green card holder is. Like, what does it mean to be a green card holder? Okay. What does it mean to be a green card holder? What are the limitations? What can happen? This is very helpful for you guys because many of you have sponsored family or you are being sponsored, and they're kind of living between two different places, right? They're living between two different places. So these are things that will be important for you to know. One, is it possible to abandon your green card after getting it, right? Can you abandon your green card inadvertently by mistake? So if you stay outside of the country for too long, you might be abandoning your green card. What does that mean? You might have to reapply. There is an abbreviated reapplication process. It's called the SB1 process. But you don't want to do that, right? You don't want to do that. You work so hard to get this green card. Sometimes the wait lists are so long. What you want to do is, if you need to be outside the country for a certain period of time, so outside the US for a certain period of time, let's say you're taking care of a sick family member, let's say you have a job abroad that you need to wrap up or be at, right? Let's say you're accompanying your spouse whose work is taking them abroad outside of the country, and you're a green card holder. You can apply for permission to be away for up to 2 years. So do that before you leave. Even if you've left, you can apply, right? If you know you're going to have to be away for a long time, you might still be able to apply what's called a re-entry permit, and that will sort of protect you. It's not a foolproof protection, but having a re-entry permit shows that you're not intending to abandon your permanent resident status. But here's the thing I want to tell most people: don't be outside for more than 6 months, right? Come back so your period of stay is less than 6 months. Okay? If we can help you with your green card, if you can help you with a re-entry permit, give us a call, 703-348-1663. Again, 703-348-1663. Okay. Jahan says, both of us are in the USA. Okay, good. So his question was, how long is the timeline for marriage-based green cards when both people are in the US? He's saying that the I-130 timeline is showing 24 months. We are saying about 9 to 10 months. All right, the timeline could be impacted by people, for example, that didn't file properly, right? They didn't include all of the documents. So we're seeing a little less than a year for the I-130 to be approved. Okay. Hopefully that is helpful to you. If you're wondering how to do a green card, if you would rather have a lawyer help you, give us a call. We do green cards all the time. My name again is Pratibha Agarwal, and you can reach us for a consultation at 703-348-1663. Again, 703-348-1663. And if you, right now our office is technically closed. It's about 6:15 Eastern time right now. We close at 5 p.m. Eastern, but you can call us tomorrow, or you can call right now and we'll give you a call back tomorrow to help you schedule a consultation, or you can go on our Facebook page, which is at Agarwal Immigration, Agarwal Immigration, and schedule on your own. So you can look at the available times and schedule on your own, and I will see you either by phone or on Zoom. Make sure that you indicate how you would like to do that. If you want to do in person, just make a note of that as well. Okay, 703-348-1663, or log onto our Facebook page at Agarwal Immigration. If you don't already like us or follow us on TikTok and Facebook, make sure that you do, and share this with people that have immigration questions. We handle all types of immigration cases. We do employment-based. We're doing so many H-1Bs right now. I'm losing track. I think we have like 8 that we're pending right now. So we're doing a whole number of H-1B applications. We help with student visas, visitor visas. We help companies sponsor for green cards. We have many of those right now as well. My favorite case type are VAWA cases. So we're working on a lot of VAWA cases as well. If we can help you with that, with any of these green card options, I would love to. I myself entered the U.S. on a green card, so I have a little bit of a special place in my heart for green card applicants, no matter how they qualify. Okay, if you want to qualify, if you want to see if you're eligible, call us 703-348-1663. All right. Someone is asking, how long do they think a U visa will take? I think about 5 or 6 years. All right, I don't know for sure, but I think about 5 or 6 years. Okay, all right, I think I have one last question. How long does it take to become a green card holder? This is like the question that someone asked me earlier today. How long does it take to become a green card holder? So it takes usually on average about 2 years. All right, on average about 2 years. But if you're in the US and you're applying for what's called adjustment of status, you will get a work permit while your green card application is pending. Okay, so that only takes about 6 months. So you'll be able to work legally in the US while your green card application is pending. So even if it takes 2 years or 3 years, you'll be able to travel in and out, and you'll be able to work. Of course, everyone's situation is a little bit different. So hopefully, assuming you don't have any crimes or any other reasons why you wouldn't be able to leave the country, you can go in and out while your green card application is pending. Even if it takes 2 years, there are so many different benefits to applying for a green card sooner, right? So don't let that deter you. Don't let it deter you. Okay. All right, my friends, I'm happy to answer so many of your questions. I will be back on live and answering immigration questions. If you join me a little later, my name is Pratibha Agarwal. I'm an immigration attorney. I help clients with all types of immigration cases, no matter where in the US they are located. And I would love to chat with you about yours. Call our office for a consultation or go onto our Facebook page, which is at Agarwal Immigration, and you can schedule your own consultation. Okay, 703-348-1663. Thank you so much. See you soon. Bye, everybody.